There are about 30,000 courses listed on MySkillsFuture. Business, healthcare, data, tech, and more. But how do you know which is the right one for you? In this episode, we'll show you how to find training opportunities to stay relevant in a rapidly changing global economy with SkillsFuture. The MySkillsFuture portal used to be a bit difficult to navigate, but it's much easier now.
Hi Ernest, how are you?
I'm meeting with Ernest from SkillsFuture Singapore to find out what has changed over the years and the plans ahead. Ernest, there's a lot of courses online. How do I choose the right one?
So here's the MySkillsFuture portal homepage. First of all, you have to start with the keyword that you have in mind. So some of them have keywords like data analytics. Once you key in your keyword, you'll be led to the global search page, where you can actually narrow down your search through filters such as the eligible schemes, the training providers that provide these courses, and at the same time the areas of training if you want to refine your search further. And some of our learners actually feedback that they want to compare their courses more easily. So actually on the MySkillsFuture portal, you can see ratings, and these ratings were provided by past participants of these courses. You can also refine your search through the filters such as with upcoming dates.
You've had quite a lot of feedback from our users and learners over the years. What's changed in all these products?
They have more personalized search results now. At the same time, they can apply directly for some of the courses, so they don't have to go back and forth with the training providers. And they can make SkillsFuture credit claims directly together with the application for those on the direct course applications.
What's the difference between the MySkillsFuture portal and the Career and Skills Passport?
Careers and Skills Passport is a service portal where people consolidate all their qualifications, skills, certificates. And these verified skills are actually very important for employers. And these may lead to better employment outcomes for people. Whereas for MySkillsFuture portal, it's where people have interest in specific areas, and that's where they actually look for courses, helps them upskill and reskill. The Careers and Skills Passport recently launched Insights 2.0 that marries data such as your skills and employment with recommendations and what skills that you currently have. And based on these data, they actually provide you with course recommendations tailored to your career itself. And there's actually an option to explore occupations.
Besides looking at the courses available, it's also important to know what you need for your career growth. So I'm going to meet Ramesh, a SkillsFuture advisor, to guide us through this process. What kind of service do you provide to your clients?
What I do as a SkillsFuture advisor is I provide one-to-one consultation to give them a guidance on to understand what are their strengths, identify some of the skills that they have, and also recommend training programs, courses for them to achieve their upskilling needs.
What sort of people come and see you looking for advice? What are they hoping to get from the session?
Broadly categorize them into three categories. Career explorers, so they are exploring careers, what's out there in the economy. The second category will be those who are in career transition. So they have more or less decided that now I've spent 10-15 years in healthcare, I just feel burnout and I want to go into IT. So deepeners are the ones who have a fair bit of time in their careers and they just want to know how can I upskill to deepen the current expertise.
What's the process of finding out how to give them the advice and help them go in the right direction?
I usually spend the initial part of a session trying to understand them. They may not have an idea of what are their strengths, what is their personality, right? I will use a resource which is known as a RAZAC personality profiling tool, which is available on our MySkillsFuture portal. So what you do is by taking this assessment, they are able to identify what are their career interests, their skills competence, and their work values.
What's the outcome that you're looking for your client?
It's important to achieve their learning outcomes. The course that they decide on should be relevant, not just for the sake of taking a course.
Do you have a particularly memorable or difficult situation that you had to handle as a SkillsFuture advisor?
A particular case that really stays with me was a lady who was in a finance and accounting career. She has left the workforce for this period of time, very unsure whether she could rejoin the workforce. So we explored what are existing transferable skills from the finance and accounting sector. So she is thriving now in a healthcare role.
We've seen how we can access tools and funding to support our upskilling and transition journey. Now let's hear from Kyle, who has navigated this process firsthand. Tell me about your journey from freelance designer to data engineer.
I was a freelancer for about 10 years. So that switch for me was challenging at the start because it meant that everything was from unstructured to structured. From a designer to an engineer, I would guess that a lot of people would think that, wow, it's a huge jump. But actually it's pretty much the same. It's just that instead of drawing it out, I code it out. There was a quiz that you could actually do to kind of like find out, okay, which path is more suitable for you. I realized that the data engineering course is more suited for me. So from there, I went to search for providers that were under the SCTP program. So I tried to apply for a few of them, and I went for a few interviews with about 2 to 3 providers. And finally, I secured one with Generation Singapore.
The course was part of the SkillsFuture Career Transition Program. Did that make a difference?
Being able to actually make use of the SkillsFuture credit for this SCTP course was actually a tremendous help. Because at that point of time, we were a family with 2 young kids, so we had to be very careful with finances. The main reason why I enjoyed the course was because the mentor, he was very encouraging because he knew that he was dealing with adult learners. He was very patient and he provided us with a lot of other resources. In my experience, Generation Singapore actually provided potential employers to come on board, to come and look at us when we were doing our project presentation.
Did you get a job after the course?
Yes, from there, I got a job.
Are you taking more SkillsFuture courses?
I would think that upskilling is vital, and I think that it becomes a habit. But a lot of time, you learn on the job itself. Other than that, you learn whenever you're curious. I did a lot of short courses that only took me about less than a week to complete, but it helped me with the skills gap that I had, with the knowledge gap that I had.
For the people who are watching who may be hesitant about taking up a SkillsFuture Career Transition course, what's your one message to them?
Don't reject yourself before others do. Just take that first step because there are so many opportunities out there. And at the end of the day, you might surprise yourself.
If you're feeling a little lost, don't worry. SkillsFuture has the resources to help you get going on your upskilling journey. Don't wait. Take action and make it happen. If you have any feedback, head over to SkillsFuture Singapore's service portal and share your thoughts with us. We're always working to improve, and your input helps us get better. When every Singaporean knows where to start, that's when we truly level up together.